Hey yo everybody! Welcome back to another guide brought to you by your friend Lestion. Today we're diving into the latest Peacekeeper menace to hit the battlefield, Selena. At max R7 she's rocking 786 attack and 1209 HP. With neural links and max relationship stats at GM, she can reach 916 attack and 1403 HP. That's a big power boost. She's got tons of abilities and effects going on. A great damage dealer with surprisingly high sustain. With her kit, Selena can become a pain in the butt in no time. Let's get into her abilities. Ability 1. Before attacking, deploys a defense screen to the melee rows. This screen gives 4 shield to Selena and renews it every time it's destroyed. The model's HP scales with level, so you'll want to keep it maxed. This is Selena's core ability. Worth noting, the model can only spawn in the first 2 rows of the field, randomly. It still triggers even if Selena is blinded or misses against an agility unit.
Only things that stops the triggering is that if Selena gets a stun or has 0 attack.
Strategically, you'll want the model to spawn on the right side of Selena. That way she's a bit safer since opponents usually target the model first to stop her shield spam. So make sure to deploy Selena as far left as possible on your board. Now let's have a look to defense screen abilities. Defense screen ability 1. On spawn or death gives 4 shield to Selena. It sounds simple, but it's actually like an upgrade version of Lola's outfit ability. It boosts her survivability and triggers her other skills. Plus she gains another shield when the model dies, making breaking her defense a real nightmare. Ability 2. When Selena's 4 shield expires, gives 4 shield to Selena again. Think of it as a buff version of Hilda's shield regeneration shield. While Hilda needs to be attacked to restore her shield, Selena's can restore it whenever any effect removes it. Ability 3. Start of turn self-destructs. Sounds weird at first, right? But it's actually clever. This lets it trigger its first ability again, giving Selena another shield. And it respawns with full HP next turn. It also frees up a space if you need to deploy a new unit instead. Worth noting, if the model has a shield, it won't die. Just like Gia's instant kill interaction where the shield takes the hit instead. There are also other strategic ways to use this respawn mechanic, but we will get to that later. Okay, back to Selena ability 2. When an ally for a shield expires, deals damage to all enemies, except ranged ones. A simple but powerful damage skill. The more shields on the field, the more explosions you'll trigger. Perfect against melee heavy teams and models. This ability works great versus multi-attack units or those that deal damage when attacked, like Sumi. It also helps to clear enemy models fast. This time the sweet spot for this mercenary will be at Reborn 6 max level, not only because this skill gets a massive buff from Reborn 5, but cause at this level this ability gets its max stats value. Take note, you will want to save up enough copies of her to level her up at least up to level 18 of Reborn 6, so you get similar base stats values but more ability damage. Ability 3 Counterattack. A straightforward one. Selena strikes back when attacked by melee enemies. It won't trigger against ranged units, but it will activate even if both she and the enemy are on the second row of their respective fields. Great for handling stubborn melee units like Sumi. Again. Ultimate ability. Force Shield expires, heals ally commander for 10% of own HP. Not a game changer, but a nice bonus. It adds some sustain, and if you're up against a river, it can help trigger their damage skill to pop even more shields. A neat little synergy. Now combos. The best commander for Selena? Marcella, obviously. She fills the field with shields, boosts Selena's stack and heals when shield break. A match made in heaven. Salt and Morgan are also solid options, since they both bring shields. Salt will protect your HP commander and heal for every shield destroyed, and Morgan will add more damage to the field thanks to her turrets. They are good, just not as good as Marcella. Dragana is another strong pick, giving Selena even more survivability. As for units, Kitty will be the perfect match. Adds more shields, protects Selena's model, and boosts her attack. Next obvious combo will be Lola. Both combined will deal a lot of damage to enemies. And also every time Selena's model spawns, it will trigger Lola's shield ability. Casey benefits from Peacekeepers and gains tons of attack from Selena and Marcella while adding blinds and attack steals to the enemy. Hilda, more Peacekeepers means more attack for her. Her cleanse with outfit is a nice bonus. Grace synergizes beautifully in shield combos, doubling the damage output and protecting your Grace with shields. Kira has also a great synergy with Selena, especially in the shield comp, since she will give a lot of attack to your units protected with shields, and she will earn more attack every time Selena's model gets destroyed. Natasha. Oh boy. Lyssa Debs, what were you thinking? With Marcella and Selena, Natasha's deck skyrockets with every chill. Instant kill potential. HP buffers like Wendy, Kirsten, etc. will also help her to stay in the match longer and heal a bit more with her ultimate. Low middle tier synergy with Scarlet, since the constant spawn of the model will trigger Scarlet's damage ability. Counters. Well, pretty standard counters, as any suppression unit or commander will counter her easily. Transformed units like Ravenna, Beck, or Cyrax Commander will also make the deal. Marcella, ironically, it's also considered as a counter for her, since every time her damage ability triggers, it will pop up the Marcella Shield combo. Any stunned unit, especially Pixie, since her ability triggers every time Selena summons her model. You can also freeze the lane with Omega, while earning constant HP until the opponent gets rid of Omega in other ways, since she will never kill Selena on her own, thanks to the respawning shields of her.
Attack reduction units will also do the job if they manage to get Selena's attack to 0. Casey especially, since she will blind more enemies every time Selena's models spawn.
Nymeria, Lyssa, or Naomi can burst Selena down if their health siphon damage exceeds her HP, especially Nymeria with multiple enemies on the field. Infection units can also be considered as a good way to deal with shields in some way. They will pop up their shields safely and will keep dealing damage to them afterwards very fast. As for every melee unit, any agility unit can hold the lane easily.
Morana is also considered a counter, since she will reduce Selena's HP to 1. Even better if you have Honor Among Thieves Alliance bonus on, since you will easily get rid of Selena on the next turn.
And of course, watch out for enemy Natashas. If you leave an open lane, all those shields will just fool her insane attack boost. Same principle goes against shield enemy units such as Kitty's attack buff for every shield destroy, Leda's attack buff, Hilda's attack gain for every peacekeeper on both fields, Soul Healing passive, and Marcella's Disco Brawler passive. As for her relationship stats, we can see both are pretty high. Plus 120 for attack and plus 194 HP at GM League. So yeah, it's very worth to level her up. As for best androids for her, I will say to go for a defensive strategy. Amelia Android for extra healing when a shield is destroyed, Marion for extra damage on 6 turn, and one of the HP buffers is our androids. Ramona will work better since you will be killing a lot of enemies, but Chloe also does the work. Final thoughts. If I had to set her right now on my tier list, she will be at the meta tier. Selena is a fortress with legs. Her constant shield response makes her one of the most annoying peacekeepers to deal with. She's the kind of unit that keeps fighting long after your opponent thought she was done. If you enjoy watching your enemies slowly lose hope, she's your girl. She's not just tanky. She hurts. Every shield that pops triggers AoE damage to melee enemies and models. In a full shield comp, she becomes a walking explosion of damage and sustain. The more chaos on the field, the more she thrives. Just beware for her hard counters. Stunning her shuts down her entire kit, and transform effects completely ignore her defenses. Even a monster like Selena can crumble if she's perma-stunned or turned into a pile of trash by Ravenna. So always check what your opponent is running before you throw her on the field. Now let's see some examples of comps. In a Marcella comp, you can go with something like this. Selena score Morana as always for obvious reasons, Dora for cleanse and healing, any other healing unit, Naomi to counter other shield units and extra attack, Kitty for the main combo, and I personally like how Pixie works in a Marcelo shield comp, so I will be using her as well. And the last spot will be a flex pick. You can use any of the combo units mentioned before. Natasha, Casey, Lola, Kira, Grace, Hilda, etc. Dragana Camp. We will be using melee units mostly. Selena score Morana, Tora, Ravenna since it's a melee healer, Kitty, Lola since you won't be using Alicia cause no need really, Naomi, and the flex pick. I'm using here Hitler since she's a melee, but a better option will be of course Natasha. On the other hand, in a Morgan camp we will be using more ranged units. Selena score, Tora to tank and heal, Kitty, Lola to counter ranged units, especially Naomi, Casey, Kira, Naomi, Grace, or yeah sure, Natasha, why not? And that's it, folks. That's Selena, the walking you shall not pass machine. If you ever wanted a unit that makes your opponent question their life choices halfway through a match, well, here she is. Huge shout out to everyone who made it to the end, you're the real MVPs. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe for more spicy guides, and ring that bell. This is Lestions signing off. Stay smart, stay salty, and I'll see you on the battlefield. Bye!